Hello everybody, Gakonga, the coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. Hello my fellow Kenyans. Today, I want us to discuss about the issue of the two coaches association in Kenya. The existence of these two bodies, Kenfoca and KEFOCA, is a tragedy in our Kenyan football. It is yet another milestone achieved on the wrong direction. My fellow Kenyans, let's talk about it. As we all know, we know about KEFOCA. KEFOCA is a coaches association in Kenya that was established 50 years ago, 1971. That is 50 years ago. And it has been in existence since then. And it was created by former coaches after visiting Germany a long time ago. When they came back to Kenya, they were advised by the German coaching association to create a similar association to that of German coaches association. So therefore, this is the origin of KEFOCA as we know it, the Kenya Football Coaches Association. But as we know, this year 2020, a new coaches association has been created called Kenfoca, and many coaches know about it in Kenya. Many people in Kenya know about it. But the contentious issues here is how these two federations, coaches associations, are going to survive alongside each other. But like I said, my first point is this: the existence of two associations, coaches association in Kenya, is a tragedy, and it's a real tragedy. But let us dive into real issues right now. What I want to say is this: I have got a lot of communication with a lot of coaches at the grassroots, and they are telling me, Coach, we are under pressure. We are being told right now, if you do not join Kenfoca, this is the new association. If you do not join Kenfoca, you have no life in Kenyan football as a coach. This is wrong. Now, people are asking me, prove this, call one of these coaches. I'm ready to do that when the time gets there. There are coaches calling me, telling me we are being forced to join Kenfoca, and we are being promised a lot of goodies. For example, we are being told, even as grassroots coaches, we are going to be given a certain wage. This is not right. This is a lie. There is no coaches association in Kenya that pays any wage to coaches at the grassroots. This is a false promise. We know very well coaches at grassroots works because of their passion for football. Every coach at grassroots level works there because of his passion for football. So therefore, anybody who is promising them a wage, that is the beginning of a pyramid scheme, period. Another promise they have told me is that they have been promised NHIF card, National Health Insurance Fund card, that when you get ill as a coach, you are going to access treatment using this card that you're going to be given by Kenfoca. This Kenfoca Coaching Association, it was created not even 3 weeks ago, my fellow Kenyans. I got the information when it was being created, and the names were being circulated around. By the time I was given those names, there was only 100 of them. Few weeks ago, I heard there is 180. Now I'm hearing that there is 500 coaches who want to be associated with this group. But the speed in which it is going, and it is not registered yet, let's be honest. And I know that coaches are paying 1,000 Kenya shilling as registration fee. But as far as I know, they will be paying 1,000 Kenya shilling per month when it is fully registered. So I want to say these promises are not correct. No coaches association in Kenya can deliver these kind of promises. I want to tell you something. Here in England, I belong to England FA Coaches Association, the best coaches association in the world. And our fee per year is 1,500 Kenya shilling. So this issue of 1,000 Kenya shilling per month for the registration of Kenfoca and the monthly fee is something I want coaches in Kenya to question themselves. And if this story is proved to be real, I want coaches to stay away from this body, Kenfoca. Now, let us talk about KEFOCA. I know KEFOCA is 50 years old. I want to be clear that I know KEFOCA as a coaches association in Kenya has done a lot of coaches training in the country, but it has not delivered enough. That one, I must say it in regard to KEFOCA. There is much to be done in regard to KEFOCA, but breaking away from it and creating another group called Kenfoca is not the way to go. The way is that this KEFOCA group must be reformed if it has to, must be restructured, it must hold elections. And I know that coaches working together, they can sort these issues, and they can sort the KEFOCA Coaches Association well, and it can so it can accommodate them all. But the story does not end there in regard to Kenya. There's a lot of conflict of interest in Kenya, and I know that this Kenfoca, it has very close association with the Football Federation, FKF. This is for sure. And I know that the people who are championing Kenfoca, they will not agree with me, but I know this, that there's a great interest in regard to FKF leadership in the creation of Kenfoca. The speed in which it was being created, and in 2 days I was again sent a constitution of Kenfoca. The speed in which it is being created, the speed in which it is recruiting coaches, there is just something not right about it. Now, what is happening is this, because Kenfoca is going at a speed, recruiting, taking coaches and registering coaches, and coaches are being told, if you don't belong to this group, you have no future in Kenyan football, in coaching football in Kenya. Now, Kenfoca on the other side is also trying to recruit coaches, because it feels that all the coaches are being taken and being promised heaven. So this, for the two groups, it is creating a race to the bottom, and everyone is trying to now do campaign to recruit more, to recruit and register more coaches. But going forward, I can tell you this: Kenfoca under FKF now, because I know Kenfoca will be under FKF umbrella. Convince me otherwise and I'll love you forever. It is not going to happen. Kenfoca is a creation of FKF, or a creation that has sympathy and that is very close to FKF. I've read their constitution, I understand it well, and it even says that it can get coaching funding coming from the federation. Now, I want to ask the federation one question, and let us be sober, my fellow Kenyans. The federation must come out, it must officially declare which coaches association is it recognizing. Is it Kenfoca or is it KEFOCA? FKF leadership must come straight and must declare to the nation, we are supporting Kenfoca or we are supporting KEFOCA. From there on, then the coaches from both sides, they can decide what to do. But we cannot have two groups of coaches association existing in Kenya. Just like we could not have two Kenyan Premier League in the past. There was an issue, and when we had two Kenyan Premier League, it is not possible, they cannot be done. Just as we cannot have two football federation existing in Kenya, because they are national federations. They can have Kenfoca village level, county level, no one cares. But if it is a national federation, if it's a national association, there are issues. There can only be one coaches association in a country. Just like I said, like there can only be one football governing body in a country. If a new coaches association is to be created, the older one must be disbanded. Or if a new body of football is going to be created, FKF must be disbanded. This is very clear. We cannot have two national bodies at any time at the same level. So this Kenfoca story, I wanted to put it this clear. However, I also understand in 2015, when there were elections, football elections, KEFOCA, the former coaches association, yeah, decided that it wanted to support a candidate, a different candidate. I think it's sorry, I forgot the name of the candidate anyway, but it was not Nick Mwendwa. But then there was a group of coaches also that wanted to support Nick Mwendwa. So that is where it started, this relation between FKF and Kenfoca coaches. Because at that 2015, they were a group of coaches mainly belonging to Kenya Premier League and the National Super League. They wanted to support Nick Mwendwa, and now the KEFOCA, which is run by Bobo Yugi as the General Secretary, did not want to support Mwendwa since 2015. So this created almost a royalty divide, because this other group of coaches wanted to support Nick Mwendwa, and they have been supporting Nick Mwendwa. They have been close to the federation, and the creation of Kenfoca, I can tell you, is based on that royalty to Nick Mwendwa of 2015. It has now manifested itself to this creation of Kenfoca. And the thing is, a lot of Kenya Premier League coaches and National Super League coaches, if you look, they are the top member at in this Kenfoca. And now this group of coaches, as I know, it is putting pressure on grassroots coaches to join Kenfoca with all these promises that they are being given. But behind this, there is the target is FKF elections, so that when the elections happen, I know for sure most of these coaches in Kenfoca, they are going to be forced or to be told that they must align with the group that has Nick Mwendwa as the presidential candidate for FKF. This is something you can take to the bank if you are a coach in Kenya today, that if you are in Kenfoca, you are going to be told that you need to vote for Nick Mwendwa. And this will start all the way from sub-county, county level, at the national level. This is another creation of Team Blue, of coaches. I'm really sorry, my fellow Kenyans. I see very far. I say what I know. This Kenfoca coaching group is an undercover group of Team Blue. Believe me, take it to the bank or leave it. But my main thing here was the existence of these two groups. I believe that the federation need to step its leadership up. It is up to the federation to talk to these two groups and tell them there cannot exist two coaching association group at the same time, because it is not right. But I know the federation will not do that, because the federation already knows why Kenfoca was created. And I can promise you today, the federation is behind Kenfoca. Whatever you want to believe is up to you. I say what I know and I use my brain properly. Now, the consequences. Now, Wasike has a job to do, because she cannot register Kenfoca as a new coaches association when KEFOCA already exists, because there cannot be two bodies. So Wasike is going to say no to the registration of Kenfoca, unless Kenfoca is going to tell lie to coaches and lie them that they have already been registered, because Wasike, as I speak, cannot register two coaches association group in Kenya. So that is consequence number 2. Consequence number 3 is this. Sports Act refuses to have two national association or federations at one point. So therefore, Sports Act is where Wasike is going to draw her wisdom, and it tells her that she cannot register a coaches association group while another one exists. Therefore, Kenfoca cannot be registered. Whoever is saying Kenfoca is going to be registered is lying to Kenyans and is not right. And I ask Kenyan coaches to investigate before they join any group. And on this, I must say this. Kenyan coaches, you must know that you don't have to belong to any coaches association group at all. Well, everywhere in the world, you join a coaching association group, yeah, on your own volition. It is a voluntary group, and it is a group that you should join because you want to do that. It is not something you should be forced or told that you have no future in Kenyan football. There are thousands of coaches here in England who do not belong to the England Football Coaches Association, and they survive, they do work. It is not linked how you're going to work and belonging to the Coaches Association. Coaches Association, at the end of the day, is a merry-go-round group in a country where coaches come together and celebrate their work, and they can have their gala nights and all of that, support each other. That is what Coaches Association is for. This thing where Kenyans have been lied that the function of the Coaches Association is to recruit and to coach coaches and to vet national team coaches and everything. There is misunderstanding in Kenyan football. It is good practice for coaches to demand to vet national any national coach, any national coach who comes from any other country to coach Harambee Stars. But at the end of the day, it is not a mandate that is written by stone. Let us be clear. We need to have a federation that knows what it is doing. We need to have a federation that has good leadership. But the failure of the federation, lack of leadership in the federation, FKF, is what is causing all these problems. Now we have coaches demanding to vet a national team coach. My fellow Kenyans, where are we heading? But but I give it to them. They are demanding that because all sort of coaches are getting involved with our national team, including fish farmers and plumbers from other country coming to Kenya and handling Harambee Stars. For this, I agree with coaches, but I must say that it is not the mandate of the coaches to do this. But in the case of Kenya, the coaches still have to do it. Now, on the side of training coaches in the country, this is a mandate that is supposed to be taken very serious by a federation. But you know, our federation cannot take this mandate serious. I hear they are giving fake certificates. I hear they lie about the number of coaches they are training in the country. Finally, we are going to be told all these coaches who belong to Kenfoca were trained by FKF. You give it time and you are going to see this information coming out. I tell you, my fellow Kenyans, everything that I say comes to be. There is nothing that I have prophesied here since 2015 when you guys started following me that has not come to be true. And my next prophecy, I said, is that in 5 years, Kenya Premier League will become extinct. Professional football will die in Kenya unless something serious is done. And that is what Vision Total Football Kenya is advocating. We are going to do something serious for our professional football so that it does not die. My fellow Kenyans, the membership fee we've already talked about. 1,000 Kenyan shilling per month is a lot of money, but I know Kenfoca is going to deny this because they have just registered members and they have not asked about the going forward what is going to be the fee. This money you have paid members, members, the money you have paid is registration fee. As far as I know, I have seen it in Kenyan media and I know it's true that per month the fee is supposed to be 1,000 Kenyan shilling paid to Kenfoca. And this idea of that coaches, you are going to be given wage. Coaches, you are going to be given, I don't know, NHIF card. Tuacheni kudanganywa Kenyan coaches. And I want to say this. Premier League coaches, National Super League coaches, senior Kenyan coaches, please, stop being used by FKF. You are being manipulated like young girls and boys. All the time here by FKF. Coaches in Kenya, especially senior coaches, they should be able to face FKF and say, listen, as a federation, you are letting us down. But I just feel bad because I know a lot of Kenyan coaches are being manipulated, given pennies for chais here and there and following FKF and its president like a goddess. I want Kenyan coaches to stand for themselves, stand and be counted, speak to the federation and tell the federation, as coaches we deserve respect. We cannot be manipulated. Today we are here, tomorrow we are there, today we are here. If this Kenfoca is created because of the royalty of some coaches to Nick Mwendwa, what is going to happen when Nick Mwendwa goes out of office and then another president is elected? So we are creating a new coaches association to exit Kenfoca because of royalty to a president who will not be there forever. Yeah? So this is wrong because we are manipulating coaches. There are coaches at the grassroots who don't get the correct information. They are manipulated by senior coaches in Kenya. And this must end. And grassroots coaches in Kenya, please remember, you do not have to belong to any coaches association. You can eat, you can drink, you can look after your family, you can get a coaching job. This idea of FKF trying to contain a number of coaches and telling them that they are the only one who are going to access services, who are going to work with FKF, it is going to finish. My fellow Kenyans, mark my word, FKF, the Football Kenya Federation as you know it, it is going to the dogs. Me and the Vision Total Football Kenya group, we have been very categorical that this federation, this kind of federation we have in Kenya cannot exist. There's no sponsor who want to get involved with FKF. There is nobody who, today the stories of FKF, FKF president being grilled by DCI and all of this. These are not good news for our Kenyan football. Tell me something good about FKF. Tell me something positive about FKF, my friend. There is no sponsor who is going to be involved with this federation. There is just too much scandals, too much lies, too much allegations of corruption. It is finished. Anyone who thinks FKF is existing, lie yourself. My friend, FKF is going soon and very soon. Mark my words. Mark my words. And I'm telling you, today is 21st of May, 2021. Sorry, 2020. Mark my words. FKF as a federation governing football in Kenya will not exist in a few months' time. Mark my words. Remember the days, the date, what I have told you this. Now, I want to talk about this another narrative that is being peddled all over Kenya all the time. Yeah, this is a narrative well crafted and well known by the people associated with the FKF, that in Kenyan football, you are either a Muslim or a Christian. This is another tragedy. How does someone come and tell Kenyan people, if you want to play football, if you want to benefit from Kenyan football, you are either a Muslim or a Christian? This narrative is terrible, and it means that if you do not support the regime of FKF in Kenya, you are not going to benefit. Therefore, if you are in, you are either in or out. That is what it means, that in Kenyan football, you are either a Muslim or a Christian. So the president that is in there and the regime, if you do not support them, my friend, you are in darkness for the next 4 years. You are either a Muslim or a Christian. This narrative in Kenyan football must end. There is so much rot in Kenyan football. Yeah, FKF people keep telling me I'm making noise. I'm a noisemaker. I'm this, abusing me on Facebook. My fellow Kenyans, there is a massive group, Vision Total Football Kenya group, behind what I'm talking about. Just because I'm the face of Vision Total Football Kenya, don't think that Vision Total Football Kenya it can be intimidated. Vision Total Football Kenya is alive and kicking. And I'm telling you, we shall straighten Kenyan football. We shall restructure Kenyan football. We shall reform Kenyan football. My fellow Kenyans, let us be clear as that. And I want to say once again, FKF need to vet. As a football governing body, it has failed. It need to vet the people that are involved in Kenyan football. We have coaches who are handling children, and they are throwing abuses, all sort of abuses to people on different WhatsApp groups, on social media, and these are Kenyan coaches handling youths, handling girls, and they are abusive as hell. FKF need to vet going forward. Anyone involved in Kenyan football must be vetted. We have so many coaches who have no discipline, who can just say anything, who go around abusing senior coaches or abusing anyone who disagree with FKF or FKF president. So Kenyan people who are involved in football, a lot of them has become sycophants. They just enjoy and have this unconditional love for FKF. Why? Because they can be given money to go to watch AFCON. Because they can speak something funny and they'll be given pennies by this regime of FKF. We are not into that. My fellow Kenyans, support what we are saying because we know what we are saying. I want to leave you in peace. I'm gone.